We got to talk about protein again, the amounts, dehydration. What do you do if you have low stomach acid and you're eating a bunch of meat? Welcome everyone to my very humble channel. Now let's get into it. A lot of people are finding my channel. What you guys need to understand is the way social media works is you have to constantly put out content. That's hard because you need time to make sure that you dot your I's and you cross your T's and you research things. But no, they want stuff pushed out all the time. But luckily, I've been around for a while. For a long while. So I speak a lot on the same subjects. It's subjects that I know very well. It sucks that we have to constantly clickbait, thumbnail garbage. If you don't constantly push this nonsense in terms of visual, right? The title, the clickbait thumbnail, YouTube will not share your content. So now I'm going to have to do this nonsense, bring you in, and then hit you with stuff that you can actually use to help save your body from going down the toilet on low-carb diets. Protein. We're going to go by my experience with clients since I have people asking me, "You're not a doctor." Yes, a lot of these doctors that talk about carnivore or keto, they're not urologists, right? They're not bladder and kidney specialists, or they are not nutritionists. So let's get into what's important to understand. Protein should be consumed individually based on stomach acid, protease. It's a protein digestive enzyme. Lipase, so we're going to deal with the fat on your meat. Hydrochloric acid is the acid in your stomach. Then we have to deal with water, magnesium, potassium, sodium, and keeping the stress down. See, because you can deplete sodium with stress. You can just not drink enough water on a hot day and jack up your biliary duct system trying to deal with all that protein. That's why it is a multi-tiered sort of way to look at your body when it comes to how much protein. Eating a bunch of protein isn't just to build muscle, because if you're insulin sensitive, which I'll do another video about, you don't need to eat a lot of protein to build muscle. Having insulin that does its job will drive amino acids into the muscle so they'll grow. And if you're not going into gluconeogenesis, then you don't have to be worried of your body beginning to rob itself by eating itself to feed the brain. So everything has a nice little progression or balance to it. Eating too much protein with someone who's got low stomach acid, low protease, lipase, and caloric acids, what the body does in a desperate attempt to save itself is convert that into glucose. But you're still going to have excess protein. And the kidneys, the liver, and then the kidneys really are burdened by the uric acid, the purines. Your kidneys, they are important little organs. A lot of you guys are ending up with back pain. And they try to filter nephrons, blood with protein waste products. That goes through the kidneys because it's a filtration system. But if you're having too much protein and you're not utilizing that protein and you're dehydrated at the same time, and then if you have leaky gut, some of that protein ends up in your urine. I'm telling y'all, then if you're eating too much protein, there's another level of it. Your body will convert that through gluconeogenesis into a energy source to fuel the fledgling brain You become more dysglycemic because now your body is waiting for that candy bar, which is in the form of a ribeye, because it's a finite amount of protein that your body can utilize for structure, for building material. What's left over converts into glucose, ketones slam down, and glucose slams up. You're not adapting, you feel like crap, you don't have enough glycogen storages, and I've talked about this 5,000 times. But still, because I get new people, they're having stage 5 meltdowns like, you're not a doctor, you know what you're talking about. And I'm just like, I don't got time. I'm 56. I ain't listening. But for those who want to listen, get a glucometer. Don't listen to me. In terms of a glucometer, get a glucometer. Eat a bunch of protein. Check your blood sugar. Check your ketones. You're going to learn, because you can't just go by how you feel. If you've been feeling crappy your whole life, I mean, people go into veganism feeling like dog bice. That's crap in Swedish. People literally will try a diet, then they'll like do carnivore, and it's sort of a elimination diet, but they'll eat too much protein. They're dehydrated. They don't have their minerals on check at all. They don't drink enough water. They have leaky gut. And in the beginning, they feel great, but over time, they start to have back pain, or they start to smell funny, or they develop foamy urine. This is not healthy, my people. Then as time continues, their energy drops. But because these people left a bunch of bad food or high histamine foods from their prior dietary lifestyle, they still are doing the risk-benefit ratio, and they're like, well, I still feel better than I did before. But they never get to that point of like where the body's like, yes. It's just like, and then it goes, yeah. Get a glucometer, my people. Eat a bunch of protein and look at the blood sugar skyrocket. You don't even have to use meat. If you have energy and you're not eating any carbs, you're not burning fat. You're not in ketosis. Y'all are adrenal driven. The body will literally release adrenaline, cortisol, break down amino acids, keep your blood sugar at a level where you feel like you've got energy as long as you're moving around. But then you develop the crepey skin, you start to look older, but you think you feel amazing. It's so nuanced. There are so many little things and nuggets of things that you have to understand with your general, with the overall health. Just because you don't have the histamine responses that you did before because you did carnivore doesn't mean you've developed an electrolyte issue. You may not be aware of it, or blood sugar issue. Yeah, there's a lot to learn, and everyone is different. Your blood sugar should be between a 74 and an 83, and your ketone should be between a 1.8, not a 0.5, and a 3.0. If it's higher than a 3.0, you're not using ketones. If it's lower than a 1.8, you're not making enough ketones. Then you have to still feel good on top of having good numbers, because you can make ketones and then pee them out. And if you don't believe me, go and get a urine strip and watch it turn purple. There's a lot of things to consider. So, I may not be a doctor. Thank you, Jesus. But I've worked with over 8,000 people over the years, and I've learned a lot. Use a glucometer. It'll really help you understand how much protein that your body can tolerate before the glucose skyrockets and the ketones go. And then if you really start to understand more objectively, you're going to be like, oh, that's why I have a dip of energy at that time. Oh, that's why I'm a little bit more constipated, or I have loose stool. It's very interesting. Or, oh, that's why I have back pain. Or, oh, that's why I'm starting to look older on this diet, even though I feel better than I did before. Remember, everyone is different, but men should have their protein under 100. The average height for a man is 5'10". So if you're getting in the 6'3", 6'4", your protein's going to go up, especially if you lift and are active. Women, average height, 5'4". But if you're 6 foot tall and you're active, your protein's going to go higher than 70. Maybe. Get a glucometer and test. You'll see it yourself. And then look at your ketones. Because the amount of fat, that's a whole nother conversation. I got to get out of here because it's so beautiful outside. Check it out. My people, I need to get my butt outside. Look how beautiful it is. It's very low humidity today in October, and trees are turning colors. Yeah, it's so amazing. Comment below if you are concerned about the protein, back pain, if you're smelly, foamy pee, all of that business, blood sugar, ketones all over the place, and share this content, subscribe, and stay tuned for more.